There's fine dining. And there's fun dining. Ahoy, and welcome to our complete dining guide for Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. In fact, you can apply this guide to Scarlet Lady's sisters, Valiant Lady and Resilient Lady too, as they are all proposed to be exactly the same. Food is a huge part of the Virgin Voyages experience. It's not all parties, drinking and saucy behaviour, you know. You gotta eat too, in between parties mostly. We spent 7 nights on board and we tried just about everything from the delicate to the downright daft. If you have only 3 or 4 nights on board, we hope this guide helps you decide where to eat so you get the most from your trip. Bon appetit! First up is our personal favourite, the Test Kitchen. This is a tasting menu type venue which I like to describe as laboratory chic, with industrial style bar seating placed around open kitchens where the food is prepared. The menu is a set 6 courses with the dishes described on the menu simply as mushroom, egg, scallop, beef or venison, blue cheese and chocolate. To accompany the meal there are 4 optional additional charged drinks pairings to choose from: beer, wine, cocktail or non-alcoholic. We chose the wine and cocktail pairings, in the name of research obviously, which perfectly matched the dishes. First up was the mushroom dish with 4 different types of mushroom used to make a delicious and light mushroom pâté. As for the drinks pairings, well, you're going to have to experience it for yourself or read Helen's full dining guide on our website, of course. She goes into much more detail. The egg was a beautiful confit egg yolk, slow cooked for several hours on a bed of garden peas and topped with caviar. Sounds odd? It was. Deliciously so. Then was the fish course, which was a small sliced scallop served with a sliver of serrano ham and 2 types of seaweed, and it was finished off with a Sorrento ham bisque. The main course was either a cut of beef or venison, served a la murder scene, with a cacao decoration and with a venison-stroked beef sauce poured gloriously in slow motion over the top. There follows a blue cheese palate cleanser, which tasted rather like a mild blue cheese ice cream. I'll admit, I've never had my palate cleansed by blue cheese, but it makes a change from lemon sorbet. The final dish of the night was a chocolate dessert, which was just what this chocoholic needed. Overall, this menu would not look amiss in a swanky Michelin-star restaurant, and the surroundings were equally unusual. The service was excellent, and the drinks pairing made for a wonderful evening. Who needs entertainment when your dinner is your entertainment? Next up is the Wake, a fine dining venue located at the back of the ship on Deck 6, with large wake view windows. The restaurant is decorated in creams and gold, with a very refined feel to it. Brunch is served from 8 AM till 1 PM, and there is no need to make a reservation for brunch. If you like a 3-course fine dining breakfast, this is for you. Here's a selection of what's on offer. Including for those with the appetite, or those training for Mr. Universe, the steak and eggs, a protein-packed powerhouse for those post-early morning workout skin-tearing muscle pumps. Dinner in the Wake is actually a little less adventurous, but no less delicious. We started the evening with the clam chowder and a wedge salad, accompanied by a delicious bowl of sharing brioche. For our main courses, neither of us could resist choosing the filet mignon, which is served with a small watercress salad and a half-roasted garlic. For the steak dishes, there was a choice of 4 different sauces that were very tasty but were rather small portions served up in a dipping dish. We could have easily managed a jug of each to smother the steaks in. For our desserts, we chose the baked Alaska and one of my all-time favourites, the apple tart tatin, which was accompanied by an almond financier and mascarpone cream. Despite the courses coming out a little too quickly for our liking, The food and service otherwise were excellent, and the restaurant setting is definitely the best of all of the restaurants on the ship. Extra Virgin is the Italian restaurant which is open for dinner only. It has a very rustic yet refined feel, if that's not a juxtaposition too far. The menu follows a traditional Italian restaurant format, i.e. confusing, with a range of antipasto dishes which are accompanied by the chef's selection charcuterie board. Then there is a choice of fine main course dishes, including a fish and vegetarian option, as well as a choice of 6 pasta dishes. Guests can choose to have both pasta and main dish, or one or the other. In fact, our server recommended that we have the main dish each and share some pasta to go with it. See? Told you Italian menus were confusing. To finish off the meal, there are a choice of 3 dessert dishes, but the highlight has to be the affogato trolley, which allows guests to personalise their affogato, with a choice of 3 flavours of ice cream and 3 flavours of sorbet, and a range of toppings, such as chocolate chips, almonds and biscotti, before the addition of an espresso shot and a squirt of sambuca foam to finish it off. Before the meal is over, the wonderful bar team offers all diners a zesty, sharp and sweet shot of limoncello to finish off their meal. Bellissimo! Give 'em the old Razzle Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle is a stripy, eye-melting, head-cleaving vegetarian restaurant offering mostly vegetarian and vegan dishes, although it does have a range of naughty options for those guests who would prefer to have meat with their meal, and they don't make you feel guilty about it either. There are a range of delicious brunch-appropriate cocktails and bottomless drink packages for their brunch and lunch menus, as well as some healthy-looking smoothies, for additional $1, of course. The breakfast and lunch menus seem to melt into one another, and many of the breakfast dishes are available at lunchtime too. For breakfast, we began with avocado toast and the provocatively named coconut milk fairy toast, which, although at first seemed a little gimmicky, was actually so delicious we quickly forgave its garishness. I can imagine the Powerpuff Girls or My Little Pony eating this every day for breakfast. Remember them? Next, we chose a vegetarian Razzle Dazzle breakfast, which is served with an impossible sage patty, which tastes more like sausage than actual sausage, and the classic malted waffle served with berries, cream and syrup. Sugar overload? We were bouncing off those stripy walls for hours. We started lunch by sharing a mushroom tartare, which was too delicious to share, but we did because to achieve 30 years of marriage, you have to compromise, and our latest marital test was the mushroom tartare. Verdict? We're still together. For mains, we chose not to share as a reward for sharing, and we chose the Impossible Burger and the Fried Chicken Burger, both served with the most delicious fries we've found on the ship. Unable to resist trying the intriguing-looking desserts, we opted for the rainbow churros, complete with purple yam ice cream, signature blueberry green tea cheesecake, and the milk and cookies to completely finish us off in a haze of day-glow sugar calories. Evenings in Razzle Dazzle offer a similar style menu to brunch, with some overlap of choices and some equally as wacky dishes as on the breakfast and brunch menus. We started with a delicious melon salad, and we returned to that earlier example of marital bliss, the mushroom tartare. Such fond memories. For our mains, Helen chose the butternut squash ravioli, and I went off-piste choosing the butter chicken, which is a secret menu item that is known only to the Razzle Dazzle staff. Well, and me. Both the dishes were delicious, but a special mention has to go to the ravioli, which was as tasty as it was beautiful and was probably Helen's favourite dish of the whole voyage. In a harmonious moment to savour, I declared the butter chicken to be the best dish of the voyage so far. It's so in tune. For desserts, we couldn't resist another portion of the glorious churros served with that purple sweet potato ice cream, which tastes so much nicer than it sounds, and the signature Razzle Dazzle cake, which I expected to be some sort of retina slicing colour splash, but instead was a rather pastel brown chocolate marble cake. Perhaps the lack of visual shock and drama was the surprise? Oh, you clever people, Virgin Voyages. Or am I just overthinking things? You know Gumbai is going to be a unique experience from the moment you walk in. The host walks you through the restaurant to your table loudly announcing your presence, while other guests shout out a hearty Gumbai welcome. Want to sneak in unnoticed? Forget it. Guests are seated around large round tables, each with a central hot plate before being welcomed with a shot of soju and an invitation to take part in a drinking game by their food servers. With shots playfully downed, we were presented with a tray of ramekins consisting of 5 delicious appetizers. To start the meal, there are a choice of small plates and rice noodle dishes which are best shared amongst the whole table. We tried the seaweed salad, the bibimbap fried rice and vegetable dish, the stir-fried vegetable noodles, and our favourite dish of the evening, the forever crispy chicken. It isn't long before the main event starts, with your waiter, come helper cook, presenting the trays of food you have chosen to cook on the open hot plate. The options include an assortment of vegetables, seafood, marinated short ribs, or the chef's combo of shrimp, pork belly and short ribs. Our wonderful waiter / helper chef was around to chop up the short ribs as it cooked and advise us when he thought the food would be ready to eat. But obviously guests can cook the beef to their own taste. Although by now we were pretty full, we couldn't leave without trying the combination ice cream, Sikai and black sesame twist served with a black sesame granola, mini mocha marshmallows and miso caramel. A delicious and hard to read aloud ending to a wonderful meal. This is performance food, and if you like to play, this is for you. Pink Agave is a completely gluten-free Mexican restaurant and has managed to create a vibe of a luxurious underground hacienda, with loud disco music creating an upbeat vibe to the massive range of tequilas on display and available to try in a variety of tequila-based cocktails. Our waitress explained that the dishes were defined by size rather than course, with them coming up as small, medium or large plates that are best shared and delivered when ready, rather than in any particular order. We chose to start our meal with some guacamole before moving on to chicken enchiladas and papas con chorizo, a delicious potato and shredded chorizo dish. The large plates are a choice of sea bass, roasted duck, smoked pork or marinated ribeye steak. We chose to share the steak and we accompanied it with the stuffed pepper vegetarian main dish. For dessert, who could ever resist chocolate tacos? And though it may be an acquired taste, bread pudding is one of Helen's favourite desserts, so she just had to try the Mexican version, called capirotada. For an authentic Mexican experience, the food and vibe of the venue hit the mark, although we would have liked to have seen a few more vegetarian dishes on the menu. Well, that's the 6 specialty restaurants, and with 3 and 4 night vacations, you're spoilt for choice and will struggle to fit them all in. We strongly suggest booking early via the app before boarding, so you're not disappointed, as they do fill up quickly. However, you don't have to dine in any of these, and if you feel like a more relaxed and casual dining experience, here's the rest of your options, should you wish to stay away or can't get into them. The Galley is Virgin Voyages buffet that's not a buffet, and is another aspect of cruise life where they've really tried to reinvent the traditional cruise concept, and we rather liked it. There are a range of stalls offering a variety of different eating styles, from a taco stall, a noodle bar, a salad bar, a bento box stall, a popsicle trolley, a burger bar, a panini stall, and the usual bread and sweet treat areas. Instead of guests queuing with trays to take their own food, they are invited to take a seat in the dining area, where a crew member will come along and take their food and drink orders, which guests can view on the Virgin app, while someone else will then collect the food up for them and bring it to their table. The crew are amazing at taking very specific orders and can make notes on their devices, so if, for example, you want to share a plate of pancakes, they will have them served up on 2 plates, meaning you can be as choosy as you would be if you were collecting it yourself. Although the dishes are made to order, minimising waste, it is still pretty instantaneous and comes as ordered. For those that simply can't wait, there is a grab-and-go area just inside the door, which offers a range of healthy boxes for guests to simply pick up and take away to eat either in the galley or somewhere else on the ship. The dock is a very relaxed beach bar type area, which has an indoor bar and a wonderful outside deck at the aft of the ship on deck 7. The outside area is furnished with some very comfortable daybeds, and there is plenty of shade for those that like to get out of the sun. At midday, the food trolley comes out and the menus appear on trays dotted around the bed and seating areas. The menus have a little flag you can put up when you want to order food or drinks to let the staff know you would like something, which is a great idea. The menu has the small hot plate dishes on it to order, and the trolley has some cold plate dishes which you can take at any time. These plates are a perfect snack size, and 2 or 3 of each will make a perfect light lunch. The dishes include things like salad, hummus, pitters, squid and skewers. Also around this time, there is usually some form of relaxing entertainment, such as a solo guitarist who wanders around the deck playing Spanish guitar tunes and wooing the odd lady. It really is the perfect pairing for food, music and setting to make you feel like you're at some exotic beach bar. Virgin offers an afternoon tea in the Sip Champagne Bar at an additional cost of $19 per person or $39 with a glass of bubbly, prices correct at the time of filming. It is served from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m, which we loved as it meant we could go along relatively early and replace our lunch with 3 small plates of perfectly formed indulgent bites. There is a large range of loose-leaf teas to choose from, which are presented in an elegant teapot infused with a silver bauble of tea leaves. The pizza place is located just off the main roundabout, which is the atrium, on deck 7, and if I'm being honest, the most underwhelming eatery on board, with a small indoor seating area and a lovely outdoor area with tables and informal sofa seating located on the promenade deck. Disappointingly, there are only 4 types of pizza on offer, but they almost cover all the bases, but I'd have loved to have seen that perennial favourite on the menu, ham and mushroom. It was a chilly and wet day, so we chose to have it in our room. The Sun Club is an outdoor cafe located up on deck 16 towards Richard's rooftop at the front of the ship. It's an unassuming little place which many guests might walk past without realising the magic that happens in the little galley headed up by a single chef and the friendliest of waitresses. The menu is super simple, offering 3 basic poke bowls: chicken, tuna and salmon, although these can be customised for vegetarians. We ordered the chicken and salmon bowls, which were absolutely amazing. A complete and nutritious meal in a convenient single bowl. Our only regret is that we didn't find this place until our last day. The Grounds Club coffee shop is located just off the main roundabout on deck 7 and is a comfortable area to sit and enjoy a specialist coffee or tea at an extra charge, along with some unusual flavoured pastries and muffins first thing in the morning and some delicious cookies throughout the rest of the day, which are complimentary. Although this venue tends to attract coffee connoisseurs, it also serves the complimentary drip cafe or regular coffee, which is actually very good. The drinks and snacks are available to take away, although we loved relaxing on the extra deep bean seats and deck chair style seating, or even catching up with some laptop time at the long bench seating, conveniently adorned with lots of USB charging points and plug sockets. The Social Club is a lively American diner-style venue where guests can grab a board game, play the table football or air hockey, or even enter the wonderful little 80s arcade games room for some retro gaming. We could literally spend all day in here, mashing buttons and being 10 again. And if, like me, it's a rainy day and you can't drag yourself away from the arcade machines, the bar offers snacks to keep you going. The choices reflect the American diner vibe and offers popcorn, pretzels, Reuben sandwiches and little sweet bites, like Rice Krispie cakes, brownies and shortbread, and cake pops. Not a traditional eatery maybe, but it's still worth a place in the dining guide, because those little sweet treats are worth the detour any day. The ice cream parlour with the puntastic name is conveniently located next door to the pizza place and is very popular mid-afternoon, with guests taking their cones out to the lovely sofas on the promenade deck to enjoy the sunshine. The ice creams on offer could be described as non-traditional, with the menu describing them as 6 creative artisanal flavours, which are served in salted caramel, red velvet or plain waffle cones. Lick me till I scream! There, I had to say it, didn't I? Wow, as you can see, Virgin Voyages ships are packed with cuisines of all tastes and preferences. We were completely surprised at the choice and range of venues, styles and experiences you can enjoy. You might embark on your voyage as light as a piece of coconut milk fairy toast, but guaranteed you'll leave as heavy as the Wake's special tomahawk steak with all the trimmings. We hope you've enjoyed this guide and it's helped you make some decisions. Please leave a comment below and let us know your favourite. Please also consider subscribing because we've got many more detailed dining guides featuring your favourite ships in our playlist and with many more to come. So click on these. Thank you.